You'll find.
I'm an officer of the Imperial Law. Anessa, you say? She lives in the large shack at the northwestern.
What are you doing here? What can happen? Anessa, you say? She lives in the large...
I'm very happy to make your acquaintance.
The mediator in the shadows returns. How did Indoril Danvis take the news of Adamaris Saldro's death? Indoril Danvis agreed to wait while you negotiate with the Hlalu. So, there's still hope. Go to the Oran plantation and speak.
Water and stone.
Please, go ahead, Outlander.
Looking for a ride.
I'm listening.
Outlander? Name your destination.
Why walk when you can ride? What do you want?
You like my goods, Mufsira? Worth a few coins, yes. Oh, there are...
With Saint Seren's mercy, I welcome you. You've seen him outside, haven't you? That's a Vittong peddler on Vos Duvin. He's been plying his trinkets on temple grounds for the past few days now. Could you make him leave? All the outlanders his stand attracts are distracting the priests and worshippers. Thank you, Ada. If you need any help, feel free to seek the temple's wisdom. The headman might provide sound advice, too. More than a few rumors regarding the Savittong have passed through this temple. They range from what you'd expect to hear about ones of their disposition, to ones that are quite outlandish. Why, just recently there was a rumor that a supposed Hlalu agent was seen hanging around the Watcher Corner Club, an establishment frequented by the Savittong. Though, as much I dislike the Savittong, I don't put any stock in such rumors.
You like my goods, Sira? Worth a few coins. You can't make me leave, Sira. I did nothing wrong. See? I told you so. You can't make me leave, Sira. I did nothing wrong. Calm down, Sira. I'll leave. What a terrible world we live in.
Looking for a specific place in Vhul, Outlander? Not much here besides the temple and craftsmer halls. Could you make the peddler leave? The saints would be ashamed of your conduct, Ada. Nevertheless, here's a little pay for having taken care of the issue.
Under sun and sky. How are you? I can spare a few moments, if you care to talk. Under sun and sky, we greet you. How are
Need
you?
magical wares or services? You need not worry about guild markup here. Oh, I have plenty, but here's a particularly interesting one. Enasalidal, that dark elf woman over there, is a member of the Civet Tong. As a side job, she helps out at the Punavit brewery in town. On more than one occasion, I've seen her carrying more than just her day's pay when walking out of there, if you know what I mean.
Want to trade? Oh, there are rumors all right, none of which hold any water. Ask around all you like, Outlander, I'm sure you'll find that we're an honest lot just trying to get by. Look, I can't sell you something like that.
3 blessings.
Another Outlander visits Vhul. You ought to keep to your own people. There certainly are rumors regarding the Civet Tong floating about.
Looking to make a profit, friend? Then you've wandered into the wrong village. These swindling dark elves will pinch your pack clean. What? Aside from the fact that they've swindled me out of hard-earned money.
Tell your friends about.
Welcome to the Hound, Outlander. Would you care for a drink? We also rent beds, if you feel tired. There certainly are rumors.
Ruth saw.
How are
In the
you?
spring of the year, doth propriety disappear? In the courts and the ports of the bay, drinking new beer. Everybody feels queer, and the earls and the churls go astray. Songs of stupor, as you're not there.
By the gods, this is a tough crowd. Ah, hello. Ada, is it? You wouldn't be open to helping a bard with his act tonight, would you? Most bards sing. I have a terrible singing voice, so I tell stories instead. Parables and folk tales, you know. I have one all ready to go for tonight, but I need a second actor, if you'd be interested. Oh, thank you. This will make things so much easier. Here, take this script. It's a rough one, so I don't expect you to follow the lines exactly. Just try to make it comedic, yes? Maybe what these native fetchers need is more levity. Tell me when you are ready to start the show. You will be playing the part of the British.
Parts. Mabrigish of the Thur River. Nila Ertedlu. Nila Ertedlu, I am the great Nila Ertedlu, and I have heard it be said that there is a Mabrigish living on the Thur River who grants wishes. I have journeyed long and far to reach her, and now she stands before me. Mabrigish, grant me my wish. Mabrigish, I will suffer this request, imp. Tell me your wish. Neela Ertedlu, oh, Mabrigish, what would I wish for but a nice young girl, with eyes like the rubies of Red Mountain and teeth shining like pearls. Mabrigish, very well. For you, I have summoned this girl. You said you liked them young. Neela Ertedlu, no. She is still swaddled in her telonia. No, I want something older, Mabrigish, much older. Mabrigish, then I summon for you this older woman. Are you pleased now? Neela Ertedlu, oh, she is hideous. An ancient hag. Her skin sags and she is missing all of her teeth. Mabrigish, perhaps you should be careful what you wish for, Neela Ertedlu, very clever, Mabrigish. Let me be clear, you cunning old witch. I wish for a woman, neither old nor young, with good teeth still in her gums, who desires to kiss me all night long. Mabrigish, very well, Neela. I have summoned for you a third woman. Does she meet your specifications? Neela Ertedlu, oh, Mabrigish. She is more than I ever imagined. Her skin is flawless and her ruby eyes glow, and her teeth. You have summoned for me a vampire. Mabrigish, I think she would like to kiss your neck, all night long. It is just as you wished, after all, and you know what they say about making wishes. Perhaps now, filthy House Dunmer, you will leave me alone.
Are you ready to start the show? And for our next performance, ladies and gentlemen, the Mabrigish of the Third River. Come on now, Mabrigish, bow to the audience. That's right. And, of course, in the starring role, yours truly. I am Neela Ertedlu, and I have heard it be said that there is a Mabrigish living on the Third River with the power to grant wishes. I have journeyed long and hard to find her, and after many trials, finally does she stand here before me. Mabrigish, by the power of the tribunal, I beseech you, grant me my wish. Oh, Mabrigish, but what I would wish, for a nice young girl, with eyes like the rubies of Red Mountain and teeth shining like pearls. What do you think I am? Some kind of Argonian? Wait, what did you do? No. Stay away from me. I said stay away. It's a good thing you were here. Thanks for helping a bard out. I suppose I must explain what is going on. I've been cursed by a Didra. I poked around in a Didric ruin, you see, thinking I'd finally understand why my people honor them so. Well, one of them chose to honor me instead by offering to make my storytelling more interesting.
I can tell.
Can you believe my naivety? I accepted, thinking they must be benevolent beings like the Dra I am used to in Cyrodiil. You could certainly say that. Yes. But now that you have slain it, I am free to go back to telling my boring tales in peace. Lucky me. Hey. Here, take this. I used to use it in a comedy act, but I'm finding it's a little too real. 9 divines guide you, my friend, or as I suppose as they say around here, Shivy bless. You've already done more than enough. Thank you.
What do you want, Outlander?
You are in Vhul. If you've come to barter, seek the Civet Tong. The Civet Tong will tell you they are just making enough to get by, but they're actually making a lot more than they let on. Rumor has it that Sarandreth, the guild's accountant, siphons excess revenue to Vhul agents operating in Endoril territory. What the agents are up to, I'll leave that part to your imagination.
can spare a few moments, if you care to talk. How are you?
Under sun and sky.
Outlander, are you interested in Velk Nectar? Or maybe the making of fun of it? Don't get your hopes up, we won't give away industry secrets. Well, truthfully, I've been wary of Enasalidil lately. She's a Savitong member who regularly helps out at the brewery. To her credit, she does great work, but more than once I've caught her in the storage room upstairs under suspicious circumstances. I have no proof, but I suspect a quick search of her house would turn up a jug or two of our brew. For her sake, I hope my suspicions are unfounded.
I can spare a few moments, if you care to talk.
Under sun and sky, Outlander, we greet you warmly.
I see that you are thirsty. Please take a seat and drink with us. A Lalo agent, eh? Can't say I've ever seen one of those visit the corner club. Greetings, Outlander. Feel free to have a drink with us. So many detest us, yet we only want to live a life worth living. What's wrong with trading with outsiders? It only brings coin to the village. Surely it's nothing to be afraid of. Listen, Ada, I see what's going on here. Ilvi decided that he's had enough of us and sent some inconspicuous outlander to sniff out even the slightest reason to bring our organization down. You know what? I can see the writing on the wall for the Tong. Let me cut you a deal. I'll provide you with information that'll help you bring down the Savit Tong if you provide me my, let's call it severance pay.
What? All right then, I'm listening. I see.
You're looking well, Ada. Is there something you need? The few rumors that have made their way to ROADYR have been just the vaguest whisperings of collusion and conspiracy. Nothing concrete, certainly. That's why we're sending you, Ada. We want to make sure that these rumors aren't just hearsay. Counselor Ilvi is the Lord of the Eastern
Go speak with them all. Let them know that they will pay for what they did to my dear Adamaris Saldro. Have you spoken with Atron Oran yet? He sent condolences. That is strange. Do you suppose he was being sincere? I didn't expect this from a Vhul counselor. What do you think, Ada? Should I accept the silver and let go of vengeance? Thank you, Ada. I will send word to the Oran plantation. I accept their silver. I accept their truce. If there ever shall be war in Onthirin, it will not be because of me. I will not speak to my father of this, I swear it. I do have one final request for you. Adamaris had a unique ring. It is precious to me now that he himself is gone. Find the ring for me, please. It's you again, Outlander. Have you found Adamaris Saldro's ring? Adamaris had a unique ring. It is precious to me now that he himself is gone. Find the ring for me, please. Dan Vasilvi takes the ring from your hand. He is obviously deeply moved, and puts it gently on his finger. I thank you for finding his ring for me, Outlander. It's strange. I was expecting something else. I suppose I was expecting this moment to feel different. I had hoped that getting the ring would, somehow, heal me. That having an object to remember Adamaris by would put an end to the pain, that there would be closure. But now that I have it, I do not feel any different, any better. There's still a chasm in my chest. A sickening void. I do not know what has become of his spirit. I have tried to commune with my departed ancestors, but they have given me no answer. I hope that the winds will guide Adamaris on Velith's path to Necrom. But in the end it matters not. The veil between the mortal world and the world beyond is at once like a window of glass and a wall of iron. I am alive, and he is dead. I will not see him again, not the way I used to. I have put my faith in them all my life. I followed their teachings, studied their mysteries. And yet I feel none of it has prepared me for what I'm facing now. It all seems so cruel, so pointless. What meaning does anything in life have when it's all destined to vanish like ashes in the wind? When love is doomed to end in mortal grief? You must have. Someone must have. Please, just tell me what you think. That is a grave thing to say to someone who has lost a loved one, Outlander. How can we live our lives? How can you live your life, if that is true? Yes, of course. There is wisdom in your words. Cruel wisdom and harsh, but wisdom nonetheless. Thank you for this conversation, Ada. You are truly unlike any Outlander I've ever encountered. I have learned a great deal from you. Here. I had this brought from the armory. It is my war spear. I want you to have it. Thanks to you, I have no use for it anymore. Though I am still in mourning, I am sure that one day I will find peace, even if it means confronting and accepting my own insignificance.
Do you have something to say, Outlander? Do you have something to say, Outlander?
Endoral Book of Passing. Through the doors of the horizon. All are destined to die, but the acceptable ways are few. The great house of Endoral has always and will always uphold the standards of a good death. They are recorded here. Fire. The Endoral of Kalan, which the foreign legions called Ebonheart, now Old Ebonheart, bathed in holy oils and walked into great fires. The wind carried their ashes to Necrom, which tells us that they died honorably. Sleep. Saint Dylan died in his sleep on a pilgrimage. There is no shame in silence and serenity. From his servants' writings we have learned that he died well. Battle. Lord Durham of Almalexia died by the hand of Marun's Dagon. Dagon severed his head, his arms, and legs, yet Lord Durham's face did not yield to a gruesome expression. There is no shame in dying in pain. House War.
Is there something
The
I can
Endoral
do
of
for
Western
you,
Onthiran
Outlander?
were marked for death and, one by one, they were martyred. This bore testament to the honor they had brought to the house in life. No unworthy mare ever perished by the assassin's blade. Self-murder. After Lord Nerevar died of his wounds, his shield companion Alandro Sol carried his body to a room with candles, clothed him with ceremonial robes and cried tearful invocations. He should have pierced his own liver with a blessed blade. This would not have been a traitor's death. It is a consolation to know that far greater mare than you have died before you. They are looked after. May all who die be looked after. The Gospel of St. This Endoral document records a miscellaneous legal proclamation.
So,
This Endoral legal document lists various interpretations and elaborations on laws ordained. This Endoral legal document discusses, interprets, and justifies a past ruling. This Endoral legal document records a day's rulings on various court cases.
I don't believe I've seen a dark elf with such a grand outfit in some time. Can I help you? I am Nevisel Velith, priest and oatman of the great house Endoral. I am a priest of House Endoral. It is my pious duty to ensure proper attention and obeisance to the three and the ancestors is paid at all times. I support the Endoral nobility in that endeavor, who are themselves of unmatched zeal, but restricted by their observance of temporal and focal restrictions. The true Endoral are the members of the Endoral clan, whether through birth, marriage, individual adoption, or clan adoption. They all carry the name of Clan Endoral, and of none other, for Endoral is indivisible. Those who do not carry the Endoral name are retainers and servants, not the Endoral.
How are you?
Why do you disturb me? The Drizzt district is far to the south.
Under sun and sky, we greet you warmly.
What are you doing here? What can I do for you?
Is there something I can do for you, Outlander? Do you have something to say, Outlander?
So good to see you. May you find all that you seek.
There's someone watching me. I can tell.
Meditations on Determined Law. A student asked their elder, "Where does the law reside?" The elder tapped him on the head with her prayer stick, and gestured toward a stand of willow trees. The student was satisfied with this answer. We live in an ordered universe. The world was called from the void by the design of the tribunes, and all deliberately created things have an order to them. How could it be otherwise? A tree grows from a seed. Plant 100 seeds and 100 trees will grow. Plant those seeds in the same soil and they will all be much the same. Is the pattern of the tree contained in the seed? Of course. Plant 100 seeds in 100 different places. In the ash. On the coast. Within the canton walls. All of these trees will be different. Some will grow tall and strong. Some will be twisted. Many will not grow at all. Does the destiny of the tree reside bodiless in the place? Surely it must. 3 times 3 is 9. One number becomes another. But without the multiplication the number remains unchanging. Without numbers the multiplication cannot exist. It must be summoned into existence by the savant at the appointed time. An Argonian alone in the waste is not a slave. A Dunmer alone on the mountain is not a master. Yet they both have it in them to be slave and master, should they meet together. It is in the meeting that the bond is created. The laws determined reside within all things, as potential, and restrictions of potential. But these laws are abstractions, which cannot be expressed until they find their context. It is through the infinite combinations of these simple orthodoxies that the world takes on the appearance of chaos. But there is no chaos. This is the error of the heathen. All of this has been planned. Praise Om Shivi. Three Sonnets. By Sant Ilya Fin Aaron. One Direction. The Gospel of Stolen Mind. The Poison. An unbiased appraisal of abolition. Those Divat.
3 blessings, Sarah.
Your actions precede you, Outlander. I've heard good things about you.
Corp. What brings you to our chapel, warrior of spell? I am Indoril Tavalu, wife of Indoril Ilvi.
What do you want, Outlander?
Three blessings, Sarah. Three blessings, Sarah.
Sermon of the Saints. Touch on.
I'm very happy to make your acquaintance.
The mediator in the shadows returns. What news do you have for me, Acolyte? Tell me what's happened, Acolyte. Has disaster been avoided? That is brilliant news, Acolyte. The three have clearly blessed you with wisdom. The Office of Intercession thanks you for your service. I have no further duties for you. Perhaps you should go to the monastery of Saint Vhul next, and you shall not go there barefooted. I see that you are still carrying with you the weather-worn shoes that you wore when you performed the Bloodstone pilgrimage. Allow me to restore them for you. Here. Walk in Vhul's footsteps, acolyte. Your talents are noteworthy, but some question your depth of devotion. Perform more duties for the temple and you will soon be rewarded. Maybe they have some work for you in the monastery of Saint Vhul. Though, perhaps it would be better if you performed some duties elsewhere and climb up the ladder of the temple hierarchy first. You are a mere acolyte, after all.
You walk Velov's path.
Temple, a Warmonger's Counsel. Eileen Teal'c said that I'm needed as a mediator in the shadows to prevent a house war from erupting. She's learned that Indoril Danvas has tried to locate a high-ranking Indoril retainer, named Adamaris Saldro, who has supposedly been imprisoned by the Hlalu. Eileen Teal'c wants me to speak with Indoril Danvas and convince him to let me handle the situation, so it won't escalate. Indoril Danvas said that I can help him to find Adamaris Saldro. The young lord has a spy in the Hlalu lands called Tulsi Retharin. She has a hideout in the Mundretha slave market, under Marengor's house. I should go there and hear if she has found out something about Adamari's whereabouts. Tulsi Retharin has learned that Adamaris Saldro thought he could honorably settle the feud between him and Delsraven, the Oran plantation foreman. However, Adamaris was taken as a slave. Supposedly, he's been put to work in the fields to the south. I should head to the Oran plantation area and see if I can find Adamaris. I could also inquire if anyone there knows where he is. I've learned that Adamaris Saldro is dead. Indoril Danvas will not be happy to hear these news. Perhaps now's the right time to speak with Delsraven, the Oran plantation foreman. Delsraven explained to me that Adamaris Saldro died after being beaten and refusing to let his body heal afterwards. He thinks that he's done nothing wrong. I now know the full story of what happened to Adamaris, but I should be careful to whom I disclose it. I should at least consult Eileen Teal'c before breaking the news to Indoril Danvas. I could also speak with Sarjo Atran Oran of the Oran plantation, and hear what he thinks of the matter. Counselor Atran Oran was troubled to hear of Adamaris Saldro's death. However, he says that he won't be taking any action until he hears how Indoril Danvas reacts to the news. Eileen Teal'c thinks that since Indoril Danvas will inevitably learn of Adamaris Saldro's death, it's best that I'll be the one to break the news to him. When I expressed my concern that persuading Indoril Danvas not to pursue vengeance could be impossible, she suggested that I speak with Sarjo Atran Oran. He might be willing to appease the Hlalu to avoid violence. Indoril Danvas was devastated to hear that Adamaris Saldro had died. He told me that he would let his father know of this and that the Hlalu would pay for this death dearly. However, Indoril Danvas agreed to wait for a moment, so that I could negotiate with the Hlalu. I should head to the Oron plantation and speak with Counselor Atran Oron. In order to avoid a retaliation from House Indoril, Atran Oron offered to pay blood money for Adamary's Saldro. He also wished me to send his condolences. I should go and present this offer to Indoril Danvis. Indoril Danvis has agreed not to seek vengeance against the Hlalu. I should report back to Aline Teelith about my success. As a final request, Indoril Danvis asked me to find and bring him Adamary's Saldro's ring. The ring was probably buried with Adamary's, somewhere in the Oron farmland. Indoril Danvis thanked me for bringing him Adamary's Saldro's ring. After a conversation about life and death, he gifted me with an enchanted war spear, saying that he doesn't need it anymore. Aline Teelith commended me for preserving the fragile peace in Onthiran. The Office of Intercession has no further work for me right now. I should look for new duties elsewhere. Perhaps there might be some work for me in the monastery of St. Velith.